It's probably gonna say the same thing.
Got your pendant at the ready?
I sure do.
A rectangular object seems to be missing here.
Ooh, big treasure chest. Feels like a trap and looks like an arena. All the loose gold. Really good. Ooh, 19. It's for the health, but that's a lot better. You already have. Much better. Ooh, telekinesis. Yeah, that's better. Just not using daggers. It's too initiative. Yeah, it's lockpicking. I need that lockpicking bad. Whoa, what the hell was that? Okay. Let's see what we got over here. We're not doing witchcraft, so then we might use. makes sense. There it is, 4. Wow. That's all loot.
Striking it rich!
Oh, good, it doesn't come back up.
Fortune!
Yeah, it's sounding like some books. More stuff to sell. Yep. Okay, we're done with this area. Guess we're supposed to do the orc one next, and then the other undead area over here. Let's make our way back to town.
All the way to my boot soles!
Anything we got to turn in.
Naught but a trifle for us legionnaires, what? We fought like lions, slaying 3, 4, undead with every blow. I say, impressive.
Sure.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you. My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
Let's see what happens if we tell the truth.
Really? I could have sworn we were the ones who inspected the lighthouse.
Right you are. We did all the work while they cowered in the bushes.
What in the hells is the meaning of this, Legionnaires? You cowered from your duty, yet tried to claim the reward. Despicable! Unworthy of the Legion!
Lieutenant, it's just... all the others had already perished. We feared for our lives.
Hold your lying tongues. To the kitchens with the pair of you. You'll peel bloody potatoes till you die of monotony. Go! Go! So good to see you again, Source Hunter.
Oh, that's it?
So I did. The chances of survival during these... I shall be very glad to share what information, by all means. I'll grant you that the 2 survivors of that expedition were a bit cowardly, but I can hardly blame them. Everyone wants to go home, even if that means indulging in deception. My Legionnaires, they all perished? How fate has treated them wantonly. And if it weren't for you, the archaeologist would surely have died as well. He has much to be thankful for. Were that I had. Churches have churchyards, and churchyards attract necromancers. So goes the sinister logic. They must come from somewhere, from some vile source. I could make a feeble pun...
Okay. So we level Tell the Truth. Let's see what happens if we let them go home.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Yep. Quite the pair of heroes you have there.
Bravest guards we've met. Like lions.
Yes, I bet Legionnaires can impress even Source Hunters. Now, as for my 2 braves here, you shall prepare to leave Sicil post-haste. You're going home, as is your just reward.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the day's work.
Nice.
So good to see you again, Source Hunter. I shall be very glad to share what information... By all means. We lost another 4 brave souls. But I'm so very happy for the 2 that did make it back. They've truly earned their ticket home.
Yeah, I like that better.
My Legionnaires,
We get double their
they
reputation.
all perished? How fate has treated them wantonly. And if it weren't for you, the archaeologist would surely have died as well. He has much to be thankful for. Were that I had. Churches have churchyards, and churchyards attract necromancers. They must come from somewhere, from some vile source. I could make a feeble pun about your hunting for said source, but no, the undead are no laughing matter. All I can ask is that you don't give up on us. We need you.
2 initiative. And lose the leadership though, but initiative. No better armor. Ooh. Belt. Shield specialist, that's really good. One over to get's way better than that. I think I'm gonna go for that belt. Whew, that's a lot though. Man, if I only had one skills. Almost breaking down there. Guess it's this one's sorry. Those damn bombs go for a lot. Yeah, didn't I re-pick up those amulets? Guess picking up the amulets, they got automatically deleted? That sucks. Oh, I could be using that there. Did not know that. Okay. Oh, there they are. Can I not sell them?
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Oh, I can't sell them. Even though they have a money value, you can't sell them. Oh, this is annoying. Nothing now. Didn't see that in there either. Maybe she just doesn't want to buy those. Maybe that's what's going on. He's going you. perception on this one. What's this got? Leadership? That's unbreakable and breakable and 3 initiative. I can't get rid of those. That's really, really good. I heard just in case. Also, we're level 6 now, so we can learn this. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up. And we got 2 in here. Bring Hydro stop. That's tempting. You got 2 hand. Need single hand. You're not doing any of that stuff, so I'm just gonna keep you pure damage and the single-handed. I'm just gonna re-roll you. Oh, requires 5 willpower. Why do you have a stat that you can't use? This really good. 5 willpower, jeez. Yeah. Just stick with this. Hopefully I'm not to do 2 hits each time now for that one. Crossbow shots. Hacks are 5. More with that. So it's still only be able to do every so often I will do two. If I was using one of these, I could get 2 attacks in each time. Technically that'd be like next level. That could be sold. Yeah. Really prefer them to have ice on them. $374. Got 2 of those. Keep that just in case. Already have that. Pickpocketing. That's interesting. I forget you had that trait. Okay, now for you. I need to get more speed in there. Oh, we get 3 points. All 3 points get lucky charm up to 4. Actually, I do need to bring that up. And that wouldn't unlock wand attack, would it? Yeah, it's just melee. Special. Is that bad for now? the hydralist. Let's level those up. Okay. And now I can put on Fireball. Make a target immune to being poisoned. Melee attacks make. Could be useful. And a couple new skills there. Yeah, they got nothing new.
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
Now we
Again!
got Fireball. The buffs over there.
That is a bridge throw. Get your shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March!
There we go.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Not sure about this one.
Attention!
Oh, this doesn't seem to be working.
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than
Ah, this one's such close range too. Okay.
Those folks should embarrass a bridge throw. Get the shining recruit.
I don't know if I got anything for him.
Oh, what now? Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Subject.
What about it? It was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is! Yes, yes.
Not too
Well, I
bad.
assume it hasn't crawled back to its grave. So have you found any suspect? Evelyn? Master Theleron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured me of a rash more bothersome than a badger down your breeches. No, she doesn't seem like the type to play hide and seek with stiffs to me.
Okay, so we can't take anything with that.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Okay, any skills? That would be handy. It's just sort of damage. That's a lot more damage. A lot more health too. I found the second teleporter pyramid in Lady Sierra's bathroom. Didn't peg you for the peeping Tom.
What? I'd never. If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat.
Oh boy.
What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. A perfect puss, if ever there was one.
Okay. Well, that's not too much info. A few questions now.
And what might those be?
No. About sellers hunter business?
By all means. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. His body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead? It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless. You're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you.
Went through that. Okay, so you got nothing new. Double-sided tire. Okay, at least that's got some range.
Those boosted in Paris are
Let's see about robbing now.
Source hunters here too? Well, if the Legion couldn't save this place, what are you gonna do?
His max value can be above 100. Here. Well, got 500 gold, right?
Feeling hot under the collar.
You think? I think that dude's in the king crown, though.
Paid a big change on your book with a...
Nothing new with you.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to fill you for days. Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's all... I spent months trying to teach that word. I've always been more fond of cats myself.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you, for a scandalously milky saucer of feral leaf tea? Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a... At the risk of... Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old... But of course, darling. Be my guest.
You know, the mayor called you a, how shall I put it, a canine.
Oh, my golly gumdrops, he did what? The nerve of the man. I knew he was hard of hearing and soft of wit, but this is a new low even for him. Oh, do calm down, Maxine. Compose yourself. Envision a calm ocean filled so plentifully with fish they positively flounder on the beach. There we are. Indignation has been dispelled. No longer do I care that booby of a mare called me the C word. A nervous twitch suddenly makes Maxine's whiskers wiggle. I don't care in the least.
Okay. So nothing new with her.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold.
What's with you, bipeds and beer? Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and would that I still had my collar. Like the king among the waves it remains, I imagine. One that...
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
Some questions for you?
Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing hordes, eh?
With your own version of all things and natural, why aren't you bothered by our own use of magic?
Well, comrade, I've been around long enough, but not that long, mind, to know that little in this world can be split categorically into light and dark. My distrust of magic is instinctive after my years as a source hunter. But I also know that, at times, using the enemy against itself is the only way to make a lick of progress. So toss your cadabra elixirs and your illusion scrolls to high heavens, comrades. As long as I don't see a hint of darkness about you, you've got nothing to fear from old Medora.
Okay.
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thaleron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I'll bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped legionnaire let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead? Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Cecil, I don't have the authority to interrogate him.
Interesting.
Frankly, it surprises me you lot are so eager to work with them. In my experience, they're kinda less reliable than used wagon sales dwarfs from Yuthel Gore. Heed me, comrade. You can't trust a wizard, witch, diviner, conjurer, or seer farther than you can throw 'em. It's no coincidence the Order retired me, or tried to anyhow, to such an aptly named little town. Way back when, the settlement was chartered as a stronghold for source hunters to keep watch over the borders of the Phantom Forest. Don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than a smattering of trees and ruins. A perfect posting for an old bull and her dotage like yours truly. In the days of old, though, the forest played host to source devils of every make and kind. Hunter's Edge was a settlement of source hunters, tasked with watching over the border of the forest and putting down anything smacking a source that might creep out of it. By now, it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those woods. By and by, the source hunters moved out and regular folks set up shop. But the town's charter requires that at least one of our kind remain to keep the watch.
Okay. Let's go, see.
Welcome be, my friend. Waitress, another round of beers, if you please. I'm an archaeologist and connoisseur of the undead. Because of my expertise, Lieutenant Selenia are quite so. I live for the dead, so to speak. These ones in particular, be that as it may. Oh, and don't be surprised. Zombies are the... Should you encounter these menaces, always try to pick them off from afar. Don't let them get close, or they'll riddle you with the poisons and the blight that afflict them.
Yes, that's all I have. Okay, we're done there.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more home than
Let's see. Halibut.
This way. Yeah, here we go.
Reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free to go, though we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts, so we won't be able to back you up. The gate is unlocked. As source hunters, you're free to come and go as you please.
Look alive, my good man. This gate will be short work for a well-equipped contingent of orcs.
Yeah, we get that, one chick over here.
Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments.
Okay, so that's a dagger. Wooden gloves. Let's that's somewhat nice. These dots.
good friend. Goodbye.
So she sees behind her. Oh no, because it's the light. I see. There, but when she's there, I could.
Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments.
Oh, not skilled enough. Huh.